Hey everyone, so this is our presentation for our BTMA 331 Group 5 data analytics. I'll request control here, and so I'm going to go over the ERD and the kind of group information, and then we can start into the Power BI report. So first, like I said, we're Group 5. I'm here with Anaya, I'm Ben, as well as Colton, Sarah, Gordon, and Tucker. And this is our ERD and our star schema database that we built. Based on, since we have 6 groups, we have 6 facts. We have an in-person sales, returns, we have online sales. We also have product inventory, ordering costs, and manufacturing costs. And then these are linked with between dimensions such as customer, product, date, location, country, supplier, raw material, and a use. The use is for the same reason in the big PFC where we had the each direction, so a product can be made of many materials. But now that I've kind of introduced the database and the structure, I will go back to the main page here and I'll pass it off to Gord and he'll talk about the ordering cost, which is our first module.
Okay, I'll be talking about the ordering cost breakdown. So on this page, we're displaying how much money was spent on ordering costs. So we have a couple different visuals to display that. We get to take a look at the cost breakdown between the suppliers, and we can also toggle this to a different chart to get a different view based on your preference. We have a table to break down each material, and that's also reflected in this bar chart below. And then we have a time series graph to show the ordering costs over time. And we get to filter these by supplier and so on. And then if we want more details on each material, we can select one here and then go through our drill down. And on this page, I've selected plastic, so we get to see the breakdown by country, and then we get a map that reflects that, as well as each ordering cost line with their respective details. And so one limitation on this would be in regards to the map. Our locations were at a country level, so we don't have too many details. So in this case, we just get to see the 3 points. But in the future, we would want more specific location details, so we'd have a more exciting map visual that we could take a look at. And that wraps up ordering costs, so I'll go back here and hand it off to Colton.
Awesome, thanks, Gord. So yeah, I'm going to be jumping into the manufacturing costs. So basically, the first thing we can look at is we can select a product line initially. So right now, product line 1 is selected. In this matrix, you can see that all the costs are broken down to assembly, storage, material, as well as we have price and gross profit. So we can just see for each of these products, the value they're generating. And then this scatter plot down below just charts them against the gross profit versus the amount of product that's manufactured, with this line representing a break even. So in this situation, we've also charted the raw materials used per each individual product. So if we were to select product A, this will showcase all the products that go into making that and the proportions of those. And we also have this bookmarked field. So you can just click that and it'll showcase all of the actual amount manufactured on specific times. So in this case, we have one on 2018 in August, and then one in 2020 in October. We also have a drill through field. Since we're clicking through, we can see for product A, again, the cost breakdown by material, the percentage of renewable material, a breakdown of costs, and then the on-hand product and storage space used for this product, both of which are in Japan. One limitation we did find specifically with this area was that when it came to the amount of product that was manufactured, the dates were fairly sporadic, and as a result, it was difficult to kind of chart them on this time series. So that'd be something we would want to improve and maybe smooth out in the future. That being said, I'll return back to the main page and I'll pass it on to Tucker to talk about product inventory.
So thanks, Colton. Now looking at product inventory, our key focus here was based around product specific details. Therefore, the slicer at the top is used to navigate through the various products such as A, B, or selecting them all in this case. Now on the right side, there's a timeline illustration of inventory levels, which allows for a comprehensive view of stocking, which can further facilitate operations management practices as spikes may need to be investigated. Additionally, the cost breakdown by product allows for a generalized view of all non-raw material costs, as well as an on-hand count by country on the right-hand side, provides managers transparency of what products they have in each location. And again, it is fully functional in this case. Now, furthermore, a product drill through can be applied, in this case for product A, where a manager can see an included amount of details, which includes specific information regarding pricing, cost, margin, inventory, and more. Now, the only limitation of this product module is that inherently certain products are assigned 0 values, such as products E and F, where there's no stock on hand. Now, this may be slightly misleading, thinking possibly we've never sold these products, although it simply represents a snapshot in time of our certain inventory levels. Now, redirecting back to the main page, I'll pass it off to Ananya to discuss the in-person sales.
Thanks, Tucker. Now moving on to face-to-face sales. On the top 2 graphs here, we can see the performance of various product lines and product names over time in terms of units sold. On the bottom left graph here, we can see the proportion of units sold by product in one view and by product line in the other view. And we can actually drill through if we're interested in seeing product line details. By clicking on this button, we can see further details about that product line. And lastly, this bottom right graph here, we can see the breakdown of units sold by country, by continent, and by location ID. One limitation about this bottom left graph here is that when you dig deeper into the drill through details, it seems that this gender breakdown chart here is a simple bar chart, when in fact it is a stacked bar chart. But since our data assumes that males and females shop exclusively for different products, it seems as though it is a regular bar chart. Now, moving on to the main page, Sarah will take you through the online sales module. Over to you, Sarah.
Okay, thanks, Ananya. So moving into online sales, our key focus was based on how different metrics of online sales vary by browsers. So at the top here, we have a slicer where you can select all browsers, or you can select one browser like Chrome, and it will show you how the count of online sales change, how the percentage of total sales made online changes, as well as a breakdown by individual product, gender, age, and a general timeline of sales trends. Additionally, if you click on a specific gender, so female, for example, you can drill through to see product-specific sales data, such as units sold, the customer name, age, registration, and the browser that they used, as well as a breakdown by specific products and how many units the specific gender purchased on their browsers. So then returning back to the main page, a limitation of this module is that we don't currently have the ability to view online sales by specific addresses, which would benefit a management position in being able to see which regions tend to purchase online more and less often, which would potentially be an indicator of what regions need more or less in-person retail locations. So going back to the main page, I'll pass it off to Tucker for returns.
So thanks, Sarah. Now moving on to the returns module, key focus here will be on the specific customer indicated as seen in the slicer above, where a single customer can be selected or all can be selected. Additionally, the table along with the simple pie chart represent the volume of returns by customer with an overall return to stock percentage and summation of all return statistics. Furthermore, the returns can be summarized by country in the lower bar chart as well and can be fully functional, as well as a brief timeline is indicated of return values over the years. Now, this is specifically useful as managers may be able to see the visual impacts of quality variations over time. And if a program is, for example, introduced, the quality in this graph may represent the effects moving forward. Additionally, there's the ability to drill into a single customer as seen here to provide various statistics. The country policy is also broken down in this case as well. Now, as a limitation, this model has a relatively limited set of data and there's not a prevalent return factor in the system. Therefore, filters can lead to very sparse data, such as with Johnny Sharp in some cases. Although having less returns does also create a positive business impact overall. Now, moving on to wrap things up. In summary, this database and dashboard will provide significant value to any product-based company who is looking to gain a comprehensive insight on their key system characteristics. Additionally, as it's fully functional, the reporting would allow for real-time updates and could help facilitate managerial decision-making. In turn, there are marginal limitations as outlined in each module, although holistically this database and report provides notable value to any business decision maker. And with that said, we thank you for viewing this presentation and hope you were able to learn something new.